Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Movie Man Beyond. Today I'm going to be talking about the Netflix movie Spiderhead. So without further ado, let's do it! So yeah, Spiderhead, starring Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller, is a movie that was arrived on Netflix a couple of weeks ago. Checked it out the weekend, and to be honest, I was really pleasantly surprised because last few times now with Netflix movies, and I kind of feel they're a bit samey, they've got the same formula or the same writers, and you can sort of see their work and all that jazz on various movies on the platform. But yeah, I sat down with the missus and we stuck it on. Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, it can't really be a bad thing. And to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. The plot's pretty simple. Miles Teller is a prisoner, but he ends up going on this island through a program by testing all these different drugs and the effects that they have on people. And Chris Hemsworth is the warden of the entire facility. By any means, it's not a normal prison. It's they're free to move around. They can interact with each other. That sort of thing, and they get a day off where they can get a day free, which means they just go on to one of the islands and have a wander around with a two-man sort of security team. So anyways, Miles Teller's there through, he's made a bad decision in his younger life. He drove a car that subsequently killed his friend, and he got sentenced to manslaughter. And he ended up on the island, and he's been, undergoing these tests for Chris Hemsworth. There's drugs that make you fall in love, but it's not, it's more like lust. There's drugs that deal with depression. There's one that makes you laugh, and there's one that's about paranoia. So, you see Miles testing different ones, and he sleeps with this other girl, and she doesn't fancy him. He fancies her. They inject this drug. It's like a system in the back, and that's attached to their back, and that's how it gets put into the system. So I found it really fun. It went that way. You knew what was going to happen. They took out the young girl that Miles fancied, and they stuck in some really old woman that looked like she'd been on crack, and then they made them two sleep with each other. Now they also did this but it doesn't tell you if it did happen or not. Nathan Jones, the big dude, used to be a wrestler for a very small time. He's about 7 foot, baldy guy. He's in Charlie's Farm, Troy. He's the guy that Brad Pitt stabs at the beginning of Troy in the neck. He's in a lot of B movies and a lot of action films. So yeah, and he's covered in tattoos and this, and it's meant to allude that they've slept with each other. So Miles is having none of it. But anyways, Miles likes a girl in there. I can't remember her name. My bad. So they're sort of like each other, they're seeing each other in secret, and we find out what Chris Hemsworth's so he's always funny and stuff now, and he's getting to the point where I can't take him seriously, even though Thor's out on tomorrow, and I don't know. He's fine in the part, but he's not actually a prison warden. He's a head of a pharmaceutical company, and he wants this drug to be right, so he can, you know, make millions and, you know, his fortunes, whatever. And when he's doing a test later on, he's trying to get Miles to be the one to initiate the paranoia drug into the girl he liked earlier on, the one that he slept with, and he sort of refuses to do so. So then he does it, and then the girl starts, you know, going a bit mad, but she knocks her back against the wall, and then damages the system, and then she sort of overdoses on paranoia, and she ends up cutting her own throat. So Miles feels guilty about that. And then you also find out, well, Miles is that the car that he was driving that killed his best friend in, it also had his girlfriend in the back that he tried to save, and then that exploded. So he's basically took him to manslaughter for that, and he feels guilty for that girl killing herself. So he's sort of onto Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Hemsworth sort of onto him and his girlfriend, and he wants to teach him a lesson, sort of thing. Chris Hemsworth wants to teach him a lesson, but then Miles Teller works it out that Hemsworth is the leader of this pharmaceutical company, and he's kind of just using them as, you know, hamsters, guinea pigs, really. And Miles hooks it up in a way. He gets help from Chris Hemsworth, number 2. He hooks it up so the system that you use on a sort of like a mobile phone, and Chris Hemsworth's telling them, "Oh, I want you to inject this much into her," when in fact he's actually injected into Chris Hemsworth. Which I never understood. All these prisoners are meant to be taking these tests, but yes, Chris Hemsworth's got one of those things on his back, and he's taking them himself. So I'm assuming that he's some sort of addict. I crap myself there. The door blew open. So yes, he's taking these drugs as well. And the funny thing is, Miles finds out that he's been free for months, and that the girlfriend she was being able to go 2 days ago. So Chris Hemsworth's been keeping them on the facility longer than they should have ever had to be. So they make their escape. Chris Hemsworth tells the whole prison, whilst he's like overdosing on all these different drugs, trying to get to a plane and escape. He tells the rest of the facility that because them two are on the run, no one's going to get off this facility. So he turns the rest of the prisoners against him. Chris Hemsworth escapes on a boat plane, or so you think, and they escape on a boat. And then Chris Hemsworth, he's all these drugs in his system, and then he eventually, like, the happy drug takes over, and then he just sort of thinks he's flying towards the sun, but he's not. He smashes into a mountain and blows up. But I know I haven't really explained it as well as I could have, and it doesn't sound as good as it probably was, coming from me, so take that what you will. But yes, I really enjoyed it. It's on Netflix, check it out. You know, decent little cast, decent little movie. Chris Hemsworth's pretty funny, and Miles Teller does a decent job. I think Miles Teller's coming into his own these days. I think he's going to be one to watch for some years. And yeah, also on the movie news front, on releases, I was quite happy to see that we're getting the Star Trek, the motion picture, The Journey. I think it's 4K. It is on 4K, and you get the first 1 to 6 movies in a collector's edition. It looks really nice, and it's only $59.99 on HMV. Not on Amazon yet. I think Zavvi have got it as well. But I was on StarTrek.com having a look. The stuff inside had one little photo. I'll try and put a photo on of it here, but it looked really nice, so probably going to pick that up. I think it's released 5th of September, so that looks pretty decent. The Amityville box set is out now on Amazon, and then everywhere else it's out on Monday. I got notified about that. But yeah, so You can see I've got me Captain Kirk t-shirt on, or Captain Burke as I would say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm actually digging the new Star Trek, the New Worlds, Strange New World series on Paramount Plus. Just a little behind with America. Obviously they've got all the episodes now. I kind of wish we had been just given them the same amount, but it is what it is. I'm going to watch the new episode today, but I really enjoy it. It's a throwback to the old Star Trek series, like Next Generation and the original series, and I much prefer that than Discovery, especially. And Picard just seems like too much of a drama. But yes, I'll probably do a review on Strange New Worlds, to be honest, because I really enjoy it. It's like every episode looks like a movie, looks glorious. The Enterprise never looked so good, even though some of the stories are sort of rehashed a little bit and, you know, wrapped up a different way, but it's the same Trek, no love. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably be seeing Thor this weekend, so expect a review then. And yeah, hope you're all good, and if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Live long and prosper. Even though I'll probably use that in another video. I don't know why I done that. See you later, guys.